day on Reading FC Twitter. What a day. Alright guys, it's Ben from the Reading Review. I've just got back in from work and I've seen everything that is kicking off on Twitter. So let's get into it and let's have a little chat about what's going on at our club Reading. So first of all, let's get into what has actually been happening. So first of all, this morning, Nigel Jose is announced is going to be replaced as the CEO. He's going to revert back to being the club vice chairman, I believe. So he'll be still doing the project Bearwood, still making sure that's all going to plan. But he is being replaced by someone called. So he's being replaced by Dayong Pang, I believe, and he is relatively unknown to us. So I believe I've been doing a bit of research. Dayong Pang has in fact had a director sort of role at previous businesses and industries, but I don't believe he's ever had much experience working within football, although he has worked a lot in the past with Dayong, our owner. So obviously that news came out and Reading FC Twitter was going mental, obviously, that is big news. But to follow that up, it then came out that Dayong was planning on removing Mark Bowen as a manager and putting him back into the board behind the scenes. Now obviously it is 2 weeks before the season starts, so this is absolutely crazy. No one was expecting it. How this has come out, how this is coming about, everyone is just in a whirlwind and it's just gone crazy. Obviously it's likely that Bowen's going to go back to being his sporting director role, so I assume that's what's going to happen unless there is some sort of disagreement and Bowen completely leaves the club. I think he will return to his sporting director role. Now, the man who is set to replace him is Alexander Stankovic. I've definitely butchered his name. I apologise. So he was in fact manager of Beijing Renhe. Only managed 18 games, however. Stankovic has had a lot of experience as a manager. He's about 47 years old. He's managed in a variety of different countries, but his most successful one is very interesting. He was the manager of Partizan Belgrade and he managed to win a league title and a League Cup in the same season. So it does show that Dayong potentially wants to get someone in who has got experience in winning trophies. Now, the winning trophies bit is key because all of this is leading and alluding to the fact that financial fair play could be frozen, and the evidence is here. So the evidence is that Derby have obviously been under trial for financial fair play against the league, against the Football League, and it has come out that the financial fair play breaches have now been dismissed, completely dismissed. Derby will get nothing against them, no points deduction, no fine, nothing like that, which is very interesting. What this means is Derby has won the case against the Football League and could show that obviously they were doing something dodgy because they were being investigated, but they got away with it. That could mean a financial fair play freeze is about to be in place. What this will mean is for a period of time, financial fair play won't be in effect. So clubs will be free to spend however much money they want, and obviously due to the circumstances, clubs are going to lose a lot of money through not having fans in stadiums and such. So maybe the Football League has decided to drop that in order to help clubs out. Obviously, this has alerted Dayong, and he has said previously he has wanted to spend millions and hundreds of millions of pounds on the club, on transfers, on players. So could we see potentially Dayong absolutely breaking the bank this summer? Now, it is worth remembering that for me, I'm not liking this. I'm not liking how it's looking at all because it's a dangerous game playing with financial fair play. Even if it's not in effect for a season, it's dangerous because, of course, financial fair play doesn't just take into account the season. It is a rolling 3-season period that financial fair play takes into account. So, Dayong, if it goes round the route in which a lot of fans are thinking that he could spend a lot of money, this could be make or break for the club's history. I don't want to be dramatic about it, but that is genuinely the case. We spend that much money The only way we're going to recoup any of that and stay within the boundaries of financial fair play is if we go up to the Premier League. Now, we know it's a target, and it has been since the owners came in, to get to that Premier League. If they take that risk, it is a necessity that we go up, and the pressure on whoever manages, whoever plays, is going to be enormous. And if all this spending happens and we don't go up, financial fair play the following season is going to hit us like a rock. It is going to be horrendous, could lead to administration due to breaking so many financial fair play rules that we're having to pay back, to points deduction, and it could result in relegation. Like, it is genuinely that bad. So obviously it is a good thing that the owners want to invest, but you don't want to see that huge over-investment on players, because that mass expenditure could just lead to a failure of a club. And we've seen it before. Teams have overspent and they've got into a lot of trouble. We've seen when QPR in the Premier League massively overspent and they're still paying for it to this day. You see the likes of Pompey, they've gone down and into oblivion because of financial reasons. We don't want to be that next club to go down, and we need to be careful with our owners. So let's be a bit apprehensive about this, Reading fans, because I'm personally not too sure about it. If it results in promotion, okay, we can deal with it. But do we want that risk to be taken with the whole entire club? Let me know.